What's up, Ente? What's up, Raza? I want to talk about something today. I want to ask the question: is Iran really trying to kill? Is Iran, the country of Iran, really trying to assassinate Donald Trump? And I want to tell you all that no, they are not. They are not trying to assassinate him, and I'll tell you why. And I mention this because during this war has been going on for a while, this current war, but this war started a long time ago. The United States invaded that country, overthrew its government. The United States has never left that country alone. And when the overthrow occurred, it was in the 1950s, right? And America put in its puppet government along with the West. Um, but then you've got 1979, where the people got so tired of this dictatorship that the United States put in that they overthrew it in their revolution. And the people who took part in this revolution, a lot of them were young students, young Iranians. Many of them were caught up, and I shouldn't say caught up. Many of them were educated in the spirit of revolutionary movements around the world at the time. Right, a lot of them grew up during the '60s, saw Che Guevara, saw the Black Panther Party. As a matter of fact, in 1979, when a lot of those young students took hostages in the U.S. Embassy, they took over the U.S. Embassy. They took hostage a lot of people that they took hostage. Some of them that they refused to harm or let go were one, the black hostages, and two, the women. For them, they knew that it was wrong to, to take and kill people who had traditionally been colonized or oppressed. And that included black people. So you got to give that up to them. A lot of those people when they did this. But now we find ourselves in 2026, where history has been rewritten. It's been erased. It's been mischaracterized. If anything, it's been lied about straight up by the Trump administration and every other president before them. So the question is, are they truly trying to kill Trump? And the answer is nope. Trump is just saying this because he knows it'll get him attention, because he wants to be what's called a martyr. A martyr is somebody who dies for a cause, somebody who dies for principles, somebody who dies for what they believe in, somebody who dies in battle. For example, the most famous martyr of them all, if you don't practice, or maybe you do practice, is Jesus Christ, right? If Jesus Christ, if you look at his life, he was put to death by the Romans, by the state, right? He died for a cause. That's why a lot of people, love that story, whether you're Christian or not, right? There's been a lot of religious martyrs throughout, thousands of years that we've been in existence. You also have martyrs, including, for example, Che Guevara, who I just mentioned, who in the line of fire died in Bolivia when he was trying to help the people organize a revolution against the state who killed him, the CIA. You've had martyrs who've come after that, including in the United States. You have AIM, you have, even Mecha. People had died while going to Mecha conferences, for those who don't know. The Brown Berets have had martyrs. As a member of the Brown Berets, we know that. We know that history. The Chicano Moratorium, for example, 3 people died. The Brown Berets died as well. And so we've had martyrs throughout history, and we need to recognize them. We need to know who they are. And with that said, though, a lot of people do erect, do put up, do honor their memory and what they stood for. And that's what Donald Trump wants to be: is somebody who's honored, who's revered, who's respected, right? Unfortunately, he can't be a martyr because, number one, he has no beliefs. He believes in nothing. The only thing he believes in is himself. That's all he believes in. The only thing he cares about is wealth or money, power. That's no belief. That's no real cause, right? Nothing people can get behind because they see the phoniness behind it, the shallowness behind that. So he could never be a martyr. Maybe to some people he could, and maybe they would make him a martyr. And I'm talking about the MAGA crowd who was brainwashed. But even then, they would have a hard time, because with all these politicians recently just dropping dead, living to their 80s, or even before that, having heart attacks in Congress, a lot of these politicians will be gone. These politicians are moving on. And Donald Trump is just another one of those politicians. And matter of fact, the other day I made a video called Why MAGA Must Die, but Trump Must Live. And why, my rationale there is not that I like Trump. MAGA obviously must die. It's a racist, white supremacy ideology. But why must Trump live? because we want him to suffer and see the horribleness of his what he's done, and how people are going to laugh in his face, how his children hopefully will be arrested and held for justice, and held to answer for crimes. That may not happen, but it'd be great for him to see it happen. But a martyr he could never be. He can never be a Che Guevara. He can never be a person who passed, who has gone along and done what they believe, stood up for what they believe, and died. He's a coward. Hides behind the military might and the dollar signs and everybody else. Throws everybody under the bus. He could never be a martyr. And Iran knows this. Iran is not stupid. Like I said, a lot of the people who took over in 1979, who overthrew the Shah and overthrew the puppet government that the United States had installed, they practiced and knew about revolution, so they wouldn't give him the favor. They might have wanted to, unalive him years ago when he wasn't president, but now that he's president and now that he's doing what he's doing, uh, they know that to do that, to pull that move, would probably make him a hero with his people, at least in their immediacy. Those who are ignorant or just plain stupid, they choose to be stupid, will follow him, will get mad at Iranians, will go out to the streets and hunt down Iranian people. And so Iran knows this. So at this point, I just wanted to make this video because, yes, politicians are dropping dead. Yes, that man is in the White House. Trump is old and corroding in front of our face. And yes, the day the guy falls and is no longer breathing, a lot of people will celebrate. That is so true. All over the world, people will celebrate, along with the other war criminals and warmongers who have existed, right? But Iran right now is not that dumb. It's not that foolish, and they know he's got nothing. He stands for nothing, but they also know war tactics. That's why they're winning the Lego propaganda war, right? They're winning the Lego propaganda war against a more powerful nation. So this is a short video today. I just want to let people know that Donald Trump is no martyr. Don't believe what he says. Obviously, all he cares about is, yeah, and he's selfish. He doesn't want to go. He wants to be around as long as he can. And so don't believe the hype. He does not want to go. And Iran knows this, and they're not dumb. They won't do it. Okay, because it would mean too much for the MAGA crowd. Trust me, and those who blindly follow him. With that, I'm out. Give you a la raza. A ho, and all power to the people.